Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Cobb Brothers podcast. Today, I am joined by my co-hosting cohorts, Oscar,
Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Colton,
All right.
Colton,
Hello.
There you go.
Hello.
it's Cyrus.
Clipping.
I'm definitely here.
And
Yes,
David.
No, he's
not
out.
here.
He's out. He's in the restroom right now,
He's taking a poop.
taking a big poop.
I'll be back soon.
Eventually.
This is episode number
62.
62.
2. Yep, 62.
62.
62.
It's episode 2.
62.
Yep, second episode.
Yeah,
boys.
the entire season or series.
How is it do?
Good. Did you guys wanted to bring up about the new Disney stuff they were announced recently? Did you guys see any Disney the new Disney stuff?
Only like half a Pinocchio.
Any of the live Disney stuff.
No, more like the news rather. I mean, I haven't checked out.
They
those
had a
movies yet.
showcase. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that.
It was like the Disney Expo or whatever.
Correct.
They did what's it called? They revealed a trailer for Mandalorian season 3. They revealed a trailer for the new Little Mermaid. And everyone's upset about that movie as well due to the casting choice that they selected.
Imagine being mad.
I'm right.
Ariel is supposed to be a redhead, but
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair. Make her a redhead.
They gave her red hair.
That's okay. So
that
then
is
you solved the problem.
not red hair.
Okay, what are we talking about? Red hair? Like, what does it look like?
Here, I'll pull up a picture. I'll be sure to put it in the video.
Okay. I'm excited. I want to see this. As long as Ariel has red hair, because I feel like that's a defining
There you go.
characteristic
It's
of Ariel.
supposed to be like shockingly red hair, and it's like brownish red.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's a more natural red. It's not like they just gave her a blood red wig.
Right.
Okay.
It's not a cartoon.
Got it.
You know, it's live action. They have to
Yeah,
use someone's hair.
But there are redheads that have hair that looks like that.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
I'm in the boat of I'm not gonna watch it because it's a live action Disney movie, and those have all proven to be just not great.
Exactly.
I wasn't a big fan of Aladdin. It was all right, but not like what I needed. You know.
That's the thing about the movie. It's not bad. It's just, did this need to be
Not
made?
good.
Exactly.
Because you're retelling a classic Disney story, and it's like, but I enjoy the classic Disney story. I don't really care about the spin.
Yeah. Why is Will Smith in my fucking movie? Like.
Like it's not Robin Williams.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like I was actually talking about this recently with Angelica. Like, if anything, if he had not done like what he did, and still be around, can you imagine the live action him as Genie?
Would they
Oh, it'd been
have
great.
recast?
That
I
would've
don't
been
think
great,
so.
But they never
I don't
would
know.
cast him.
I don't think they would have recast Robin Williams. I think they
Why is
still
that?
would have went to somewhere else.
Just say like a new fresh.
They didn't really recast anybody else. I think the only person I can recall that got recasted was Mufasa.
Really.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, huh?
Mufasa is the only person.
You got to recast Darth Vader.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, they got
The
him to-
voice
The
of
voice
Darth
of
Vader.
Vader. Yeah.
Still, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Everyone assumes
His
that guy
name is James Earl Jones.
Correct. Yeah, he is.
Do you think
the
people were
voice.
shocked in theaters when the episode 6 came out and
Yeah.
they took off Darth Vader's helmet? It wasn't James Earl Jones. Do you think there was an
Wasn't
actual
that
like
well-
gasp?
It was just
Wasn't that well
Cartman.
known then?
Yeah, it was just Burnt Man cigarette.
It was before the Sandlot. and
Birdman
stuff.
cigarette.
I don't know. I hope Disney does good things. That's all I pray
I
for.
mean, like I said, Mandalorian season 3 is like I'm excited for that. I love Mandalorian.
I want to
It's
see
the first-
them
which
dip their
one?
toe back into 2D animation. I know they're going with this heavy computer 3D animation, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I think we're just looking for a different flavor of Disney now,
Mhm.
because you see the rise of 2D animation with movies like Spider-Man.
Spider-Verse. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, into the Spider-Verse. And did you guys ever watch? There was a Netflix exclusive Disney or not Disney movie, animated Christmas movie called Klaus. And it was like
Klaus.
it was the origin story of Santa. It was
No.
fucking terrific.
Yeah.
It's terrific. It's a wonderful Christmas movie. It's basically about a town that's at war, and like there's a guy, and his son's like a prince, and he's basically just used to his dad giving him all his money. And so one day he wakes up and he's like, "Oh, yep, I guess I'm just gonna go chill back with dad because I'm a total fuck up." And his dad goes, "No, you're not. You're getting a job or you won't get my fortune. You need to learn what it is to struggle." So he makes him a mail courier in the shittiest town in the land.
Just to, like,
Mhm.
oh, no, that's how he starts
And
like
he,
delivering.
and he gives him a goal. He says you need to mail this many letters by this set date, or you will not inherit my fortune, and you are not welcome back in my castle and shit like that.
It sounds like a more intense Billy Madison.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
And basically,
Like-
he quickly discovers that the town doesn't write letters, and every day he wakes up, he goes around and collects nothing.
So he has to
Ah.
make them write
Yeah.
letters.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
So we
that
gave
sounds
him a
pretty
fool's
cool. That sounds
errand
actually
to
really
like
dope.
make a business, kind of.
Yeah, so basically he
Huh.
kind of manipulates the people when they're writing letters and shit, and the whole movie takes place from there. And that's just how the
Huh.
movie starts off. There's a whole nother plot line
Oh,
that goes
That
into
sounds
it.
really cool, honestly.
It's
That's a
awesome.
cool
Where's
point for
it
a
at?
movie.
Netflix?
It's on Netflix. It's called Klaus. It's Klaus.
Oh, cool. I read
It is
that
a
right.
good. It is a good Christmas
All
movie.
right, I'll check that out.
It's sad. I watched it with
I-
Sierra, and she was crying at the end. She's like, "You said it wasn't sad." I was like, "Oh, I didn't say that.
I said it was good.
I said it was good, and it was. It's very good."
Speaking of Netflix, also they released a new trailer for this quote unquote second Knives Out movie. They
Yeah,
changed the name of it
Glass
though.
Onion.
Glass Onion.
Glass Onion.
That's also a song from the Beatles, isn't it?
think so. Yeah.
I heard.
Could be.
I heard Angelica say that. I hope they put that song in there, and I was like, oh, is that? It's a
No, Rigby.
Rigby.
Oh.
It looks pretty cool.
Eleanor Rigby.
I don't think the cast is as like grand, or maybe because I just don't know them that well.
Mhm.
But like the cast, like compared to the first cast of this
I think
one,
it's fine.
It's fine. And,
I
like,
think it's good.
I just want. I want to see it. I love the first one. The first one was awesome.
Yeah, because it's gonna be another murder mystery type movie.
But it doesn't. And I thought it was just gonna be only on a boat. It looks like it takes
Oh,
place
really?
all over,
Oh.
not just the boat. Well,
That
because
could be exciting.
that's what I saw
Okay.
on the like when they first teased it back when.
I like the sight of that.
I like the fight of that.
Oh man, I'm ready for. I know I talked about it last week on the podcast, but they are making Saw 10.
Saw 10. Wait, no, because I wasn't here.
You
last
weren't
night.
here. Did you not listen to last week's episode?
I listened to most of it. I missed the Saw 10
totally
part.
forgot there was a Saw movie last year with Chris Rock in it. Totally forgot. Do you remember?
Chris
Wait, that's
Rock.
where he was a cop, right?
Spiral, yeah.
Yes, he was a cop.
I ended up watching it this last week because I was like, okay, I've never seen it. I talked about it and I went and watched it, and wow, it's average. I think Chris Rock did a good job because he executive produced it because he really loves horror movies. And he
Oh.
was like, oh, I want to be in a Saw movie. And they were
Put me
like,
in.
Hey up. And he did.
Sign me up.
So yeah, it's basically it's the name of the movie Spiral from the book of Jigsaw. Kramer's dead. He's dead. It's
Yeah, yeah.
confirmed that he's dead in the series, but it's somebody that took
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah, it's somebody that took inspiration.
Wait, how's
from
Seinfeld gonna
Kramer.
keep going, man? If Kramer's dead.
Oh, his career died in 2006 at that one Laugh Factory. Ay. Oh man. I don't even know what's Kramer's actor, Brandon, in Seinfeld?
And I don't know what the actual actor name is. All I know he's all the characters in Seinfeld are based off of
Actual
Jerry
people.
Seinfeld's friends from New York.
I guess Kramer is based off of his actual name or his actual
Michael
neighbor with the
Richards.
same name.
That's Michael Richards.
Okay, that sounds right. Michael Dick.
Michael Richards plays Kramer. Okay,
Mikey Dick.
Mickey Dick.
Mickey Dick. Oh my god. What happened?
Oh, Minnie.
Oh, what happened?
What happened?
Ooh, my favorite piece of news this week because we can never not stop talking about Cyberpunk 2077.
I heard it's being
There's always
getting its
something
second
wrong with it.
uppance. I heard it's getting its second uppance.
Have anybody, heard anything about Cyberpunk 2077 this past week?
I've heard that the updates
Mhm.
have been like coming through repeat like solidly, and they're actually like it's making the game running a little bit better.
So, they've announced that they're still putting out stability patches for next gen systems and, Xbox One, PS4. But they had to announce that the patch that just came out will be the last one for Xbox One, PS4. It is the last patch they're releasing for previous gen consoles. With that
They
announcement,
better make it count because it's
yes,
I'm
haven't watched-
enjoying it. I'm enjoying it when I go back to
Yeah.
play every now and again, but it's
For sure.
buggy as fuck, dude.
yeah. So Brandon, you have to let us know if whenever you play it, if it's in a good state.
Oh,
or
I
not.
will. Don't
'Cause
worry.
You watch
I play it
videos
every
on-
now and again. And
You watch videos
Let
on
me know
YouTube?
once that update's out, and I'll do that.
Correct. Yeah. Well, it's out now.
Hey, I think it is right now.
Oh, they already put it out.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you can try it out whenever. But you can watch videos on YouTube, and it's always people doing like driving around in a car doing frame rate tests. But it really comes down to playing it for an hour or two and really seeing if they made progress with it.
Right.
Because like I could watch a performance video on YouTube and go, oh, it still runs at 24 frames.
shiny.
Fuck. But with that announcement, remember they sold the Xbox One X's that were Cyberpunk themed.
Yeah.
When you bought the bundle, it came with the game and all of the DLC. It came with a code card that gets you all the DLC. They also announced that moving into the future, they would not put any of the DLC on Xbox One, PS4. It would only be on Series X, PS5, PC.
Are you fucking my ass right now?
Not even joking.
Why?
So they're offering anybody that bought the console, they're giving $20 worth of Microsoft credit in the
Go
store.
fuck off.
Which is the
$20.
which is the price of the expansion that they're going to put out. Which, when you think about CD Projekt Red's track record with expansions, it's going to be a lot of content for $20.
I heard it's gonna be a space, isn't it? Like in a casino or whatever.
Yeah. So they also showed off details of it. I already forgot the name of it, but it looks pretty interesting. They have the trailer showed off the voice of V, kind of like talking and narrating, and then they did confirm that Johnny Silverhand will be coming back in the DLC.
Yes.
So his character is not done.
But I don't
So
know
they
why I'm
got
excited.
more Keanu.
Yes, Keanu is coming back for the DLC.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm excited though. I'm not gonna be able to fucking play it.
Yeah, you won't be able to play it unless you get a PC or you wait for an Xbox upgrade.
Oh.
Because all the Xbox
Yeah,
One
you have
discs.
to get it on Steam.
Yeah, or if not, if you get a Series X eventually, the one discs do translate to a Series X copy.
And I'm assuming because I bought it on the Xbox store, so I can't download it off my Xbox on my PC. You have to buy the
No,
PC
it's
version.
not a smart delivery game.
Motherfucker, dude.
Sorry.
God damn it. You can't have shit in Detroit, man.
Yeah, if it was a Microsoft title, you probably might be able to.
Well, because it's not. It's CD Projekt.
If you bought it straight through the Microsoft Store and it's available on the Microsoft Store on PC, maybe.
I gotta go back and double
Yeah.
check it.
Okay.
It's not.
Damn it.
So it's basically, it comes down to everyone says it shouldn't have come out for the Xbox One, PS4, and it just feels like the game grew so big it outgrew the consoles, but they still felt obligated to release it. Because it was originally slated for Xbox One, PS4, and it
Right.
just kept getting delayed, and it makes me wonder if they just delayed it until the new consoles came out to
Like on
know that
purpose?
it works. Yeah, because they were like, it needs to work on something. They were like, and we know it works on PC, but if it doesn't work on a single console that releases, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Because nobody's going to want to
That's-
play it.
yeah.
And the caveat when it came out was at least the PS5, Xbox Series X plays the game at 30 frames and it doesn't crash and shit.
Yeah.
Like it works.
Yeah.
It just works.
Oh, I don't know if you remember, the game crashed like crazy on PS4 at launch. It was bad. It was so
you had it on
bad.
PS4?
No, my dad did. We
Oh.
got him a disc copy for Christmas because we were like, oh, fuck it, he might enjoy it. And it kept crashing on him.
This
I felt
piece
kinda
of
bad.
shit.
Yeah. I want to say I'm excited, but I guess we're just going to have to wait.
We have to wait. At
Yeah.
this point, with them, with like how what they've said so, and like how the track record is for
Yeah.
Cyberpunk, we just have to wait for what they do.
But
What?
the update also comes with exclusive content in the game. They're adding new missions that are free. You can just go into the game and play the new missions. They redid this the Ripper Doc system.
Ooh,
So
okay.
they
Right.
manipulated it and changed it a little bit. So I think it'll do what it did a couple months ago, where it just respecs everything that you've already put into the skill trees and shit like that, and you just have to go and fumble with it again.
And like, oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of fucking perks
Mhm.
and shit in that.
And the anime comes out on Netflix very soon.
Wait, what? What do
yeah,
you mean?
there's a Cyberpunk anime.
Amine?
Yeah, you said
Amine.
Amine.
Sorry,
Twice.
yeah, the rapper Amine.
He's coming out with a new
Amino
Cyberpunk.
acids?
Yeah.
Dude, you need
But
those.
there's an anime coming to Netflix, and they're adding weapons and skins that
based off of
coincide with the anime.
Like how
But is there
League of
an
Legends
anime
Arcane
coming?
did with like League of Legends.
Correct.
Type shit. Okay.
What's up, Colton?
I said, is there an anime coming?
Yeah, there's an Amine coming.
That's pretty cool. I didn't
New
know that
album.
wasn't-
It's a follow up to Limbo. It's called 2077.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hyped.
So it might be good, but
But I thought
be wary because the problem is they've promised a lot and they haven't quite delivered everything that they said they would.
all the DLC was gonna be free.
No, they were contemplating it. The multiplayer was going to be free whenever that came out.
Oh, there's supposed to be a multiplayer
Supposed to be, but they've
That's been
tabled it.
scrapped.
It has been indefinitely tabled.
to like get co-op type stuff.
They're worrying about actually getting the game working and putting out a single player experience that they're happy with, is what they are envisioning. So
Before they do anything else.
I commend them for that. Instead of putting out a cash grab of a multiplayer to get people to spend shitty microtransaction money on, they're dedicated to updating this game, because since I've purchased it, I haven't put another dollar in the game. And we're getting all this update content for free. Granted, the game should have come out in a better state, but I do respect that they were like, we're going to put this to the side. We're going to make sure you guys get what you're supposed to.
Like what we
Well, see,
promised.
that's
Yeah.
the problem, though. They promised all of this stuff and then didn't deliver any of it.
Yeah, and they have to patch it in slowly. Gross.
Well, and they're not. We're not getting half of it. We're not getting the multiplayer.
Yep.
We didn't get the things right at launch like that we were supposed to have. There's supposed to be a co-op story mode.
Was there?
Yeah.
Okay. I never heard of that one. I'd never anticipated co-op. I did anticipate multiplayer because I know they were very passionate about it because they wanted it to compete with GTA with how expansive the multiplayer was supposed to be.
Like the transforms and all that shit.
Open world,
Yeah, it was
game
supposed
modes.
to be a drastically different game.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be pretty cool.
You know how when you play GTA Online, it just feels different than the campaign? That's kind of what they were running for.
Mm-hmm.
But they just never quite made it. And I feel like the assets are still there. They won't throw that all away. They'll keep it there in case they ever want to do something with it.
And they will eventually. But like you said, they just want to fix their game first.
Yes.
Make sure everyone's having a good time.
They probably don't have the biggest team because they've already confirmed that the next Witcher game is in full production.
What?
Yes.
Before this is even done? Like,
Yes.
patched?
So probably what they did is they split the team. They're like 3/4 of you go over there, 1/4 of you stay over here and help make Cyberpunk what it's supposed to be.
I mean,
So they
alright.
probably took all the story writers and all the good people they trust and they went, here, you're going to get over to the Witcher.
Yeah, we need you to come over here.
Interns and underpaid people, we're going to push you back over to Cyberpunk.
Hey, power to them, man. They're pushing through it.
So, yeah. I just think the only shitty thing is that they just didn't deliver on launch.
Yeah,
And they promised a lot of things that
was
they
my
weren't.
Problem.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's kind of like Fallout 4. It was I know a lot of people weren't happy with the game that came out, but at least a lot of stuff that they showed off in their showcase, they didn't lie. They were like, this is what's in the game. Here's gameplay. We're not going to
This is what you're going to do.
Basically, it's not them just talking up on stage and going, you will be able to do this. You will be able to do this. It was Todd Howard showing you in game what you will be doing.
It fucking works. It
Even-
glows in the fucking dark.
Like, I know he shut off the settlement system. It's not as deep as he made it sound. Like, he made it sound like it was like you're going to be spending hundreds of hours just on settlements. I'm like, I spent 30 minutes on settlements. I would get a guy to run a supply line, and then I'd forget about a settlement. I would just use
I
it
spent
as
a lot of time on settlements.
Yeah.
I like to go to each of them and build up a wall and give them all power armor and specific guns and shit.
Holy shit.
It
DLC made
annoyed
it wild.
Yeah, especially after I got the Ultimate Edition, it was fucking amazing. I literally never left my settlement, and unless I actually needed supplies, because I was just doing shit there.
Yeah.
Especially mostly just Sanctuary. I made Sanctuary like an army base, dude, on several accounts.
I didn't even know you could give them power armor. Like, you could command
Yeah.
them to get in.
Yep.
Literally anybody that like your followers or any settler, you just talk to them and then tell them you need them to do something and point out power armor and they'll hop in it.
Fucking God.
Only
What
because
have I been doing wrong?
in 3 New Vegas, you needed to have power armor training to put on power armor, and they just completely throw that out of the window in 4. You don't need to do
with
that.
the DLC and stuff, you can also set up settlements that have like PvP arena fights and like
I've seen like cage matches with animals.
Yes.
Like on YouTube.
animals, stuff like that.
The Raider
Yeah,
update.
there's a bunch of achievements and stuff all related to that stuff.
Yeah, like what's it called? I saw like they had like a Deathclaw like fighting a Yagwai. I was like, holy shit, you can just do that. And then like they had like you could put like your robot that you built.
Pretty sure you can put raiders in there too.
Oh really? To fight? Really? Like have their own? Oh
Yeah.
God, that
Can you
sounds
imagine?
awesome.
Yeah.
There's a similar DLC in Metro Last Light, which is like just a combat simulation, and you can just pick whatever enemies in the game, be it humans or mutants and whatnot, and fucking make them fight each other.
That's awesome. Just in the Metro like story.
I think it's called the Tower DLC because there's like it's mainly like a bunch of challenges for the training, and then there's another room in it where you can just fucking make shit fight each other.
Cool. That's pretty. I can't imagine what it's like in Metro because each
All
monster
those
is so-
fucking mutants, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just put. I was a little bit fucked up with it because I would just put one human in and then like 5 different kinds of mutants and be like, which one's gonna get him first?
Who will die?
Which one do I have to worry about out there? Who's gonna be the biggest threat?
Do it. You can get down there too, or can you just like sit in the stands and watch?
Yeah, yeah. There's like a bunch of buttons and stuff that make you set it up, and then to the right side of it, there's every gun in the game and a fuck ton, and endless ammo, so you can just stock yourself up and then
Go ham.
spawn in those targets and use it as training.
Correct.
That's pretty sweet. Oh my God.
And there's the vault update where you can build your own vault.
Yep.
That one was pretty cool.
They did that in '76 too, right? Or no?
not as good.
No.
I'm tripping.
No.
I'm going crazy.
No, they
No, there's a vault thing for Fallout 76 too.
You can like build a thing, right? And that takes you into like a bunker underneath.
You can absolutely build your own vault
Yeah.
in Fallout 76.
See, there's something like that.
Speaking of 76, the newest Into the Pit expansion comes out next week.
Oh, what
I-
day?
I think the 14th. I've reinstalled it.
I've reinstalled it. I haven't uninstalled it, but
Pretty sure I have it reinstalled on my Xbox too.
Yeah. It either comes out
Isn't it
Tuesday.
streamable?
Yeah, it's streamable, so you don't have to download it if you really don't want to.
I'm not gonna.
I wouldn't, but I did because I just wanted it on my console. I think it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought a Series X. I want to use the Series X.
I want to see it.
It's
Ray
better
Priest, man.
installed anyway.
The One S is now, if you have a hardwired connection, is a very viable streaming console. I believe.
Yeah.
You're able to play all of the
It's
360
insane.
games in one.
Or
games
even
that you
if your
want.
Wi-Fi is just a few feet away.
Yeah, and
Like,
you can
it's fucking crazy.
run games better than your console can, so that's cool. I like the ability.
Like,
to
I'd say the streaming, like when I started using it, like probably 6 months ago, whenever it was introduced, it is
Correct.
so much better now than when it first started.
Yeah, Brandon was just talking about how the loading times in Assassin's Creed Origins were just like faster if he was loading it on his console.
Correct.
Yeah, like my screen is a little fuzzy, and I'm not the biggest picky person on graphics, but it's when I'm at the start menu and I push 8 on my save file and it goes 1, 2, and then I'm in.
I'm good.
Fucking pristine.
Did you see Ubisoft Forward's event today, where they announced interesting news in the Assassin's Creed series?
Yeah, the what's it called? Assassin's Creed Infinite, right?
No, Assassin's Creed Mirage is going to be
Ooh.
the next game in the series. Comes out next year. It's set in Baghdad and takes place 20 years before Valhalla.
Holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
So is it gonna be like you're gonna see Altair pretty much, right? No or no? No, I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe
The first Assassin's Creed took place in the Middle East, so it is
Jerusalem.
possible. If not Altair himself, but maybe the era of the order that he was in, like in that time period. You know what I mean?
Did you remember the area
Time?
that everybody wanted Assassin's Creed to go to, like the era and time period?
No,
The one that people have been clamoring for years?
Which one?
No.
Feudal Japan.
Oh yes,
Everyone
That'd
always
be
wanted
really cool.
a Japanese shonen type
like you're a ninja.
Assassin's Creed game,
Like
and
an
they
actual
said they're
ninja.
working
It's-
on one,
Hell yeah.
and it's
It's probably in the works, yeah, because I've
they
noticed
confirmed
they've
that they're
taken
working
like
on it. It's going to
they've
be an
taken
open
like the
world.
same kind of thing God of War is doing with like merging the different God universes.
Yep.
Like at least in the newer like Valhalla, Odyssey, and Origins, like each one of those has to do with the gods and all that shit. So that I could totally see them going to Japan. That'd be awesome.
So the plan that Ubisoft laid out with these Assassin's Creed games is that Mirage, that's coming out next year, is going to be very similar to the games before Syndicate. It's going to be as similar to 1 through 4, Brotherhood Revelations, those types of games.
Okay.
The classic Assassin's Creed style games.
Hold right trigger and move forward.
Nice.
Yeah, the Feudal Japan game, which is codenamed Assassin's Creed Red,
Uh-huh.
that's what they've said,
Ooh.
is going to be an open world type game like Origins through Valhalla.
But with the play style of the first ones.
No, it's going to be mimicking.
Oh, the first.
So basically, they're making 2 different style games that are coming out in the future. One that takes us back to the basics of the original Assassin's Creed series, and then one that's going to take us to what they've been doing recently with their open worlds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope. I mean, I'm always more.
I think that's exciting. It gives the player the option of, if you're a huge Assassin's Creed fan, you're going to get both. But if you were a fan of the newer series and didn't like the old one, or you weren't a fan of how
They
the
changed it
series,
up.
the direction that the series was headed, you'll have an option in the future. Eventually. to buy one of these games. Because remember, Assassin's Creed took a break in 2016, and it shocked a lot of people because it was becoming a yearly release.
Yeah, yeah.
And they took the year break, and that's when they made the jump in the series to open world. It's been 2 years since Valhalla came out. And
Wow.
we're not slated to get a game until next year.
3-year break, huh?
At least they're working on it. It's better than when Assassin's Creed was a year game
Correct.
kind of one, you know?
And these last
I
ones
like
have
that
been
they're
amazing.
taking their time.
I think amazing is a good way to describe it. I remember when Origins came out, I remember seeing the gameplay for it, and I was like, dude, this looks great. I didn't buy it because I just didn't care for the series at the time, but I was like, this looks great. And when I did eventually get around to playing it, it was a spectacular
It's on Game
game.
Pass.
And there was a lot of stuff to do. I beat it last year.
Oh,
Like
I'm
months
I'm
before
playing
the
it
Game
right
Pass.
now. It is I am enjoying it.
There is a Series X version of Origins out. So if you want to play Origins on the Series X version, that is a option.
Jesus.
I
Which is
would,
cool.
but I already bought this one, Valhalla and
Mhm.
Odyssey.
Yeah.
And I have
Odyssey was
because
a
I have
good
that
one, too.
bundle, and in this version of it, they just updated it, and now I get legendary weapons at the start of the game, like
That's
a couple of them, and a legendary horse and stuff.
I
Like
think-
in Origins, how your first mount in the game was a camel.
Correct.
I started a game with a horse called Fang, who has like fucking his mouthpiece is like 2 fucking spikes that go out his face.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Also, Xbox announced that they are finally updating the UI on all Xbox
Oh, not
consoles.
again.
Yeah, so we've had the current layout for about 2 to 3 years now, and some people are complaining that it's running stale, even though PlayStation 4 had the same UI the whole life cycle of that console.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like they figured out something that players liked, and they just kind of stuck with it. It kind of mimics what the store page now looks like. Like, remember the store page kept updating, but the UI and the home screen wasn't quite keeping up with it?
Yeah.
It feels like they're finally mimicking it, where the home screen is just going to be all the recent games you played, a giant My Games and App button, a giant Game Pass button, and then some other banners that go under it.
I mean, I guess.
So they're making all the elements on the screen bigger so that they're putting more emphasis on the icons on the screen instead of the background that you put there. Because let's be honest, nobody gives a shit what your background is. Just
Hey.
set it as a color.
my background is a screenshot of Halo 3 of when Arbiter Johnson and Chief walk in to deactivate the ring.
Okay.
Okay? That's a fucking
Mine
screenshot.
is of a sunset one day in Sea of Thieves that I thought was pretty, and it's been that for like 5 years.
Okay.
See?
My background is literally the live moats wallpaper.
Mine is a Resident Evil 7 screenshot I took outside of the Sun's house where it had the giant Let's Play written on the walls and
Let's play.
black light. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
See?
Yeah,
The
so
backgrounds are dope.
so it's cool to have them, but they put so much emphasis on it that they made all the elements like pushed out of the way.
So,
P.
I took a
Yeah,
photo.
they're
I need to
pushing
want to look at the photo.
Okay. Anyways, but people are clamoring and they're going, instead of doing that, can you fix the store page? Have you ever tried to search in the Xbox store?
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's
it's a nightmare.
atrocious. It is the worst.
Oh, so.
Go to the Xbox store and just look for something. Just like type something in with Y, search, type in a name, and look through all the shit that they put up on the screen. Ridiculous. If you already don't know what you're going for and you're just trying to browse through games, it's a horrible method to look for games.
Well,
Oh
even
my
if you know
God.
exactly what you're looking for, like say if you just wanted base game GTA 5, if you typed in GTV 5, it'll show you every bundle that GTA 5 comes with the expensive ones first, and then you'll find the cheap version that's just the game at the very end of the pile.
You might even
And
keep.
you can't
In most
sort-
games.
Like, if you go in and try to like sort by like RPG, like say you're looking for just an RPG, it'll show you the top RPGs in the search results with nothing else. You'll see like the top 20 results, and there's 300 RPG games.
Yeah.
Like
I just
you
want Skyrim,
can't
man.
browse by genre, nothing.
I just want Skyrim, man. That's all I want.
You
The
could
only
even-
time you really have like a diverse section of good games is when they have the sales, and it just shows
Yeah.
all the good ones that are super fucking
And you
cheap.
can just scroll through it, and it puts thankfully, it puts all the microtransactions at the bottom of the deal page, which I appreciate. I don't want to sit there and scroll through games and then just be scrolling through microtransaction bundles where you're like, oh, I can get VC for 20% off. Cool. I don't care. It shoves all that shit to the bottom of the page.
Yeah.
Give me the game.
But you could search for something remedial like Skate 3, and it might pop up in line 3. And that game has no bundles. It's just Skate 3, and it won't pop up until line 3. Oh, Call of Duty. With Microsoft's acquisition of Activision, they have vowed to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation for the next like 3 years. Promise. They said it's coming to PlayStation.
I swear, guys.
The future of the series is up in the air after that, which pretty much just means it's going to be an
Xbox
PC
exclusive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're going Game Pass.
The rumor is that games, starting with their next title after Modern Warfare 2, will be coming to Game Pass day one. So they will hit PlayStation, but also be on Game Pass day one. And while it's nice that you can purchase the games on PlayStation, it's a big fuck you middle finger to Sony by going, hey, you can just play it on Game Pass, You don't have to go pre-order the $70 edition when you can just like, I don't know, get it on Game Pass. Oh, and you want to get the upgraded edition? Discount, because you have Game Pass.
Discount.
Because like we saw with Horizon 5 last year, you could buy the game, or you could just buy the Game Pass upgrade, which gave you all the premium content for a special Game Pass price. And it was for people that bought or didn't pay for the game. They just downloaded it through Game Pass, but they wanted to buy just the expansion so they could stack it on top.
Mm-hmm.
So they took what was already free and then added expansions on it. Because before, what you would have to do is you'd have to buy the full $100 game or the season pass separately. But they're like, no,
Can't have
no,
both.
no. How about
No.
a Game Pass discount?
Thank you, Game Pass, for giving me a discount.
Mm-hmm. And From Software, the developers of all of the Souls games,
And Elden Ring.
they've been struggling because obviously they need the money to back their games up, so they've been bouncing between publishers like Bandai Namco. They went to Sony obviously for Bloodborne and Activision for Sekiro. They have been purchased by Tencent, which means that they will finally have the backing to produce or publish the games on their own.
They should
Yeah.
go to
But Tencent.
Tencent is a Chinese-owned company. That's all I'll say about that. You can draw your own inferences.
You're the only one here that has a TikTok.
Yeah, and
I have an Android.
Chinese owned company.
well, I was gonna say, well, speaking of TikTok, they just had a huge user breach, and over 2 billion people's fucking personal information has been leaked.
Yeah,
Didn't see that coming.
right.
Whoa, totally didn't see that coming.
Whoa, shit.
But the problem with how awful TikTok is that it's sharing people's information that don't even have TikTok. People that are just guilty by association, whether they're in a group chat with somebody who has a phone that has TikTok downloaded to it.
Or they have an app that is tied to a company that TikTok owns, which is a pretty large list.
Mm-hmm. So think about it like this. The company goes, oh, we have all these people's user information. Let's sell it off to another big Chinese company so that they can do whatever the fuck they want with it. And then we'll just publish it and say, oh no, we were breached.
Oops.
Because, why not?
Money.
Why not? Hey, money talks.
Money does talk.
Money
man.
does talk, man. I had $1.25 in my wallet the other day, and I forgot my debit card at home. And nothing's worse than walking into a store and going, "Fuck, I can't buy anything."
I got
How many
$1.25.
pennies you got up in the take a penny? Just get a $1.39 snack.
like
I
the
need
max?
14 pennies.
The max is like 3 you can take, right? Or something.
I think it's up to the store.
That's
It's all dependent on the.
I walked into a store and like there was like 60 pennies, like they were just falling out of it, and they were just like, "Please, somebody use the pennies." If not, they would just. If not, sometimes if they just didn't have change, they would just take it out of there and throw it back at you and just be like, "All right, here's your change."
Get out of here.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever taken a penny. I've left a bunch of pennies. I've never taken one.
I've taken
Mhm.
one once when long ago.
Hmm. The problem is I get all this change and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use change the next time I go to the store, and then I forget it in the car,
And you get more change.
or I dump my pockets when I get home and it never makes it back to the car,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just put it in a jar and I go, I'm eventually gonna use that one day.
I'll go to what is it? The Coin Stars and just
Yep.
dump it.
Fucking coin stars.
Coinstars let you get Amazon gift cards now.
Yeah, and
So-
you don't get the fee.
Yeah, so
A
like
bit of a ripoff though with that fee though, yeah, especially when you have a fuck ton of coins.
Because-
Like, just take it to the bank if you actually have that many coins, and
That's how-
put it all in your account. Like they have to.
that's how Coinstar
Coinstars
makes
for
their money.
people that don't have a bank account.
Correct. And they want to take the
I
time
had
to
a
roll it
bank
up.
account and still used it.
Have you ever rolled up your quarters?
Yes.
It's fucking miserable. It's
God.
not
I
fun.
love rolling quarters, dude. What?
It's
the
not
only thing
fun.
I can roll.
Unless you're throwing them at people. Like, I don't understand why people would just do it for
Why
fun.
would wait, hold up? Why would you
What?
want to throw?
Dude,
them?
because do you
don't
remember back in high school
I
when
had
I used to
brothers.
always pick up change and shit? I had so much fucking change that I rolled it all into quarters and then filled them with mason jars, and I just had fucking bricks of metal inside a glass. Like they were weapons,
Jesus,
ready to use
don't throw them. Why would you want to throw them though?
Okay.
That's
if I
money.
was in danger.
All right, fair enough.
Like it was literally like 10 pounds of metal with all the quarters wrapped in glass that would shatter if it hit the ground's heart, like from a foot up.
Mm.
Like
Yeah, like a bomb essentially of quarters.
Okay.
a bomb that would, if I put a firecracker in it, it would have maybe been technically a frag grenade. Yeah.
Holy shit, that's one
Like-
hell of a fucking frag grenade.
Big news in the Battlefield series, Brandon. I don't know if you heard. Battlefield is looking out for new talent for the next Battlefield story game. So basically, they're bringing story mode back to Battlefield, and everyone is projecting that there might be a Bad Company 3 coming on its way soon.
Ooh.
Please, that's what I've been wanting.
EA
dude.
has
That would
announced
be so good.
that they have hired Marcus Leto to do the story for the next Battlefield
Jared?
game. Do you know who Marcus Leto is?
Jared Leto's brother.
If that rings a name to anybody? Not Jared Leto's brother, no. He is the co-creator of Halo.
Oh,
So he created the original, the first 2 Halo games. with all the
Damn.
stories and shit.
oh shit. Okay.
So that's big news for DICE. They said that they've put him at the top of Ridgeline Games and that they are definitely working on a new Battlefield experience. And they will be focusing on the story in the game.
I do love me some story. I didn't play the Battlefield Forward story. I just haven't got around to it.
It's good, but it's short and it's probably painfully mediocre if I go and replay
There's-
it. So I don't want to go
There's
replay
like, I
it.
think 6 missions in it, and they all take about 45 minutes to an hour to beat. So
my God.
it takes a good minute to play it. Like they're long missions, but it's a short campaign.
It's very short. It was memed at launch because the game gives you a time played when you beat the game. You can see it from the main menu, and everybody was clocking in at like 3.5 hours for the campaign, and they went, "This is putrid." But let's be real: if you're buying a Battlefield game, you want to experience the multiplayer.
Yeah.
That's the selling point of these games. I think the campaign is
Okay.
it's a cool addition to
Yeah.
the game. It really is. It's like playing Special Ops and Modern Warfare games. You're like, it enhances the experience.
Exactly.
But I came for the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Bad
Like,
Company 2 was the last one that had a good campaign that was funny and you enjoyed it while you played it. Had a good story and shit.
Hardline was pretty good.
Hardline was pretty
It
good.
was pretty good.
what's the campaign in that
It
one?
reminded me a lot of 3 though.
You're a cop.
Like just in like where the action points were, not that it was like the same story,
Mm-hmm.
but 3 was literally, if you've never played Battlefield 3's campaign, it's a rip off of Black Ops 1.
Shit.
It is literally, it's Black Ops 1 if it took place during the Iraq War, not Vietnam.
Plus a jet mission. That's about it.
And
Jet
and a tank mission.
Yeah.
the 2000s.
Black Ops 1 had the SR-71 mission where you were up in the Blackbird.
That was such a fun mission.
Mhm.
That was pretty cool. It brought the attention to SR-71s to people. I mean, because it became my favorite plane after that game. I was like, wait, you can just fly this like super high?
Me and Colton knew about them basically our whole lives because of our uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was one of 'em.
Yeah.
I remember when we went to the air races, which I think are coming up this next week.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
September. They're coming up.
So the air races are coming up, and I remember we went in high school, and I remember they had like model SR-71s, and I'd look at Brandon and do like the Wojak face and point and be like, "Oh, Brandon, check it out."
Calling in a Blackbird.
That's Blackbird.
Remember the World of Tanks setup that they had, where people would just come by in game, and that guy was like, "All right, everybody, get your headsets on." And there was a group of like 5 or 6 of us, and we were sitting there playing World of Tanks, and I turned around and everybody had taken their headsets off and were walking away within 20 seconds. And I was still playing, and the guy was like looking at me like, "Please play," because it's
What thing's awesome?
because he went through every computer and got everybody set up to start playing, and it took him like 3 to 4 minutes to get everybody set up. By the time he got
Go ahead, sorry.
by the time he got everybody set up, we all played for like 20 seconds, and everybody had walked away.
Aw.
Dude, I love World of
Yeah.
Tanks.
It was literally like right when that game was coming out, and World of Tanks sent a booth to the air races, and they just had like this big ass van with a bunch of fucking gaming PCs on it with World of Tanks on them.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool as shit, and then people were like, "Oh,
That
I can't get out of the tank. Ooh, there's a helicopter over there with an M60."
That was
Let's go."
literally my introduction to gaming on PC, because I had only played on consoles up until that point.
Oh, cool.
And because I tried World of Tanks that summer on 360 because it was free, and it played like shit. Because I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, the
Playing on that PC, I was like, "Oh, it's smooth.
Yeah, it works.
It's smooth."
This is what it's supposed to look like.
That was when I started to finally understand Cade and Wyatt when they shit on us for going back and playing 360. 360.
To be fair,
I never understood it until that moment, and I went, "Oh."
console lag is sorry. Get used to 30 frames a second. Everything's running fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got used to it. You just
You don't even realize it at a certain
That
point.
was the biggest thing. Every time I caught an advantage, I was like, dude, the console lag, man.
If
I
I'm playing on
can't-
360, it's probably plugged into a CRT television too. So I really don't care. You had
Like, it is
homeboys.
bad, but
You had homeboys on
unbearable.
360 Elites playing on 55-inch flat screens, and I had a 18-inch Sanyo that had composite cables plugged into.
That barely worked.
when we
That
first
barely works.
started playing Oscar and Cyrus, the TV that I was using was a little fucking like AV TV that was probably about the size that my laptop's monitor is,
Yeah, I believe
like
that.
in screen size. And that's what I played Battlefield 4 on, up to level 100.
Yeah,
Like,
and it just worked.
that was my TV.
It just worked. We look back and go, "How did we do that?" It just worked.
Yeah.
That's
It's-
what we were looking for.
I'm a believer of it. Those older TVs, some of those games that didn't push the FPS that were kind of locked at 30 frames, it made them look better on those older TVs because you weren't focused on the graphics.
It smoothed the edges out.
Like
Smooth my edges.
Battlefield 4 at 720p on one of those TVs looks like it's HD because it's just a really fucking pretty game. And they got it right.
You know, you go back and play Battlefield now, and you're just like, yay.
You're fucking pulling your shirt collar tug.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
get it. Yeah, okay.
I'm a believer.
Did you guys see that Dreamlight Valley game came out? It's like a
Yup.
Disney's take on Stardew Valley.
Correct.
I played a little bit of it. It's okay. It's not my. I don't know. It's just like a farming sim.
I don't think I'm gonna play it, but I acknowledge its existence and it belongs. But I won't play it.
No, me. No, I won't play it.
Did you experience the microtransactions at all? Because I know some people were complaining.
Yeah.
About...
The standard game gives you in-game currency, but like apparently to get into other sections or get other characters, you have to pay for them. It's like to unlock their house or their zone or whatever. There's like different zones that have the different characters in it, but because in the trailer they showed was it Simba, Pumbaa, and Timon, and then in game the standard edition you don't get them.
No,
you have to fucking I don't know. It looks. I think they're gonna just like sell our childhood again to us. That's per usual.
That's kind of what Disney
They
Infinity
can
was
try,
for a little bit.
but I'm not gonna buy any of it.
Yeah.
I'm at least old enough to see through some of the microtransaction garbage. Like I remember when Jay was into Skylanders, I was like, why do you need to buy a new character just to progress through one gate in the game? Have you ever played Skylanders? Anybody in here?
I've seen games.
I remember you talked about it for a bit because he was playing it, but other than that, I can't remember who it was in high school, but there was one other person who loved Skylanders, and I'm like, why are you buying action figures to buy a level in the game, dude?
Yes.
Like I don't have anything bad about the action figures or about the game, but why is it like that?
The game
Why do you have to buy a physical object to play a video game?
So the way that Skylanders worked is you bought the game, it came with a portal, and it came with like 3 starter characters. And you were able to play the game with those 3 starter characters, and it was awesome. But if you play through the game and you get to like a deviance from the path, you know how you get like secret paths in like Mario where there's a coin and you go and you collect the coin, and that's how you get 100% of the collectibles in the game is you go and you find these secret paths. You find a secret path in Skylanders and it tells you need to put a win character on the portal. You need to switch your character to a win character so that you can go through the portal. The starter pack doesn't come with a win character. You have to go to the store and buy a win character. And then you get home and you go, okay, cool, I bought the win character. You go and you progress through it. That's the only way that you can get in through that door is if you have the win character that doesn't come with your game. A game that you paid for and the starter characters, and you still can't access in-game content on your offline Xbox 360, right? And then you progress further in the game and you find another secret entrance and you're like, cool, I'm going to go into that secret entrance, and you need the lava character.
You ain't got a lava character.
It doesn't come with the fucking lava character. So you got to go to the store and you got to buy a lava character. You basically had to buy at least one of each type of character so that you could play through 100% of the game. Look, you can make a game like that, but you need to bundle all of the characters in with the starter pack or something like that. Because the fact that you have to go buy additional characters on top of the $60, $70 that you're spending on the game with the portal was bogus.
It was the first microtransaction.
It was fine if you wanted to go to the store to buy extra characters so that you could play more of the game with more characters. That's fine. But when you don't include all of the essential characters that you need to progress through 100% of the game, I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, because then you can't play the game.
Yeah. It's like basically saying you can access this content, but you can't until you give us more money.
Give me money.
Literal hell.
There had to have been somebody's dad out there that was just like, you need to do that? And this is an offline machine? Hold on. And just fucking hacked it and opened up all those doors for him.
Yeah.
Like,
probably wasn't too hard.
Well, they just hacked the device that let them, that detected the thing being placed down on it and did that. Because
let it trigger off every time, yeah.
Guys are doing that with, like, the amiibos and stuff on Switch and Wii and all that kind of stuff. There's hacks for all that kind of shit.
Because the Wii U gamepad was the first gamepad to have, you could tap an action figure and beam them into the console. It was huge for Smash Brothers. Yeah. When Smash Brothers Wii U came out, because you were able to save your character data and your player data to an amiibo. So when you went to your friend's house, you could bring all that shit back out with just the amiibo.
Yeah, I seen amiibo cockfights. Those things are intense.
Yeah. And then the Switch has it retap. I think it's the right Joy-Con or something like that.
On the any Joy-Con.
Oh, is it either one?
Either one.
All right,
you
that's
just
cool.
tap it on top of that analog
The
stick.
Wii U, if you've never seen a Wii U gamepad, it had a specific spot on the Wii U gamepad that you would set it on.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Which is pretty cool. I mean, like, I think that's what that technology was ultimately gearing up to. Was like, it's like a pseudo memory card, but it's also something that you can possess, and it's also something that's cool that you can show off to your friends, and it's a character that you can build up in the game. But you can also play the game without it, and the experience isn't changed. You still have the game. Skylanders is a fucking ripoff, and I think it's very good that game very quickly faded away. It lasted, I think, 5 or 6 installments, and then it went away.
The Disney Infinite did the same thing, right?
Same thing, and Lego Dimensions.
Lego Dimensions,
And all of those
bro.
games pretty much, it was like Guitar Hero. Everybody wanted to be a Guitar Hero clone, and they all died at the exact same time because
I
nobody cared.
baited Lego
Good.
Dimensions.
I never understood how the character models worked because I thought they were actual Lego pieces that you would buy, but I didn't understand how the portal would read your character if you just kept fucking with the Lego pieces.
Is it
Like,
like,
what do you mean?
Were they actual Lego like figures, like the regular Lego figures, or were they like modified where it was like 2 pieces or just one whole piece of a Lego minifigure?
So the upgrades were you could put a helmet on top of the head. The body chest piece could change for the armor.
Okay.
The legs could change for armor. And I think either the arms or the hands could change
Yeah.
for like gloves.
Okay, so basically you had
So
to use
it was
Lego
standard
Dimensions.
RPG socketing.
Got it. And each piece probably had like a little communicator inside of it that told the portal what it was, I'd imagine.
or do you scan like a barcode?
Because the character that you'd make on the portal would be the character that's beamed into your game, correct?
You know what? No, I'm thinking there was a MMO version of Lego that came out.
Lego Worlds?
That might have been it.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, because
I
Lego...
remember that. Yeah.
Lego
Worlds.
Dimensions was just like Skylanders. They sold you a game and a portal, and they sold you a couple starter pieces, and then you had to go to the store and buy all the other packs if you wanted to play the game.
I don't think it was Lego Worlds because that's the one that's available right now on Game Pass, right?
Correct.
With the giant guy.
Yes. I know what you're talking about, yes.
It's not that one.
Okay.
This one came out and then it vaporwared. Like it came out as a beta, they launched it, and then it ghosted within a year.
Okay.
Ah.
It was like Lego Online or something like that, and it was literally an MMO version of Legos.
Okay. I think my problem with those games is it started to do the Call of Duty thing because Skylanders was published by Activision, and it was scummy what they did was the first game in the series, not a lot of people remember, was called Skylanders Spyro's Adventures. They announced it as like the big return of Spyro, like Spyro's coming back. Fuck. The problem with that was that Spyro was just a character that you could use in the game. The game was not about Spyro at all. Activision put Spyro on the cover so that people would buy it. Because they promised that they were like, oh, this is the next thing in Spyro. That's why I called it Spyro's Adventures. So, they could just do whatever the fuck they want and be like, oh, Spyro could be there.
Maybe.
Then every year they were like, okay, we have to do something better. So then they came out with Skylanders Giant. So they were like, oh, they're like the regular figures, but they're fucking huge, And then after that, they were like, oh, this is Swap Force. Basically, you were able to rip the characters in half and attach them to other, so you could take the torsos and put them on legs, and you can mix characters. And they basically made it so that you could mix every character that you bought with Swap Force.
Cool.
They did do a cool thing where you could use your old figures in the new games. The problem is that like if you have Swap Force, there's gates that you need specific swaps for, making your old characters kind of useless in a sense because you couldn't do anything with them.
Mm-hmm.
But you were able to put them on the portal and you could run around with them in the game and you could perform some actions with them.
But like to get anywhere you needed to
But to get anywhere you needed to go buy the new Swap Force characters. Then they came out with like a pirate one. I don't remember. Fucking whatever. That one went out the window. Then they came out with superchargers where they were like, hey, there's vehicles in the game now. So now I need to go out to buy all these new vehicle ones.
So you just like, it's like life. You just put
you
the
can
card.
spend like $700 one year on all the Skylanders, and then you got to spend another $700 next year so that you're able to 100% play the next game. And then the last one they did was Imaginators, where you're able to build your own Skylanders. Which is what Colton was talking about, where you're able to take the pieces off and you were able to like build your own characters and stuff. And it was pretty cool.
Yeah, those ones had basically they would have magnets
Mhm.
and then circuit boards in each piece that communicated through the device what was on it.
I think if
Or
they took
wireless cards.
I think if they took the Nintendo Labo, whatever they pronounced it as,
label.
if they took
Libido?
Amiibo.
Yeah, Nintendo Libido. If they were able to bundle everything into one package and just charge more money for it, I think it would have been a much better deal in the long run because people would still want it in the future. Like, say you sold a $150 Skylanders edition that comes with all these pieces that you can sit there and fuck with. Comes with all the toys, comes with the game, the portal. Every year you buy this $150 kit and you do whatever you want with this game. With the actual proprietary accessories instead of releasing them all separately, and you got to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get everything. And that's when
Yeah.
it became. And the worst part was the kids, the generation that they marketed the game towards. They grew up and they didn't want to play the games, and they didn't really hit the younger market. So younger kids didn't want to play the games. They'd rather be playing Fortnite.
We like Fortnite.
Fortnite is free.
I do indeed.
Fortnite's
I
free.
do indeed.
Fortnite is free.
Yeah, they actually they had that recently a Destiny collaboration, and right now in Destiny you can get Fortnite skins as ornaments. To cover your, yeah,
of course.
yeah. Why not, right? I was playing the other day and I saw someone run by in an outfit from Fortnite. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's just spreading like a virus.
New multiverses character. They surprise dropped a character I think on Thursday.
Who was it?
Gizmo from Gremlins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit yeah. How does he
So-
work? Do you know how he plays yet?
I don't know. No, I haven't really followed.
I don't
it, so
even
just
know
saw
how
that
the
it
fuck
came
he
out.
plays.
Probably like Taz,
Ah, fair
small
enough.
and shitty.
Yeah, maybe he probably like pours water on him, get himself bigger.
Yeah. He gobbles. He's a goblin gremlin.
Goblin Garmlin.
The Green Gobbler.
When's the last time you played multiverses?
It's been a few weeks.
Yeah, it's been.
I could get back into it.
The last time we played.
I just killed Brandon. He's processing Green Gobbler.
I looked up and I just saw Colton like with a blank face just go emotionless face just making those noises.
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus.
It's like when you laugh without making a facial
Recorded.
expression.
I'll show you guys afterwards. It was fucking
You
great.
see me looking at the camera right now, Brandon? It's like when you laugh without making a face. We go,
Fucking bearing checks in ROTC.
yeah.
Just
lord.
fucking squeeze a rubber duck in your face.
That's, dude, nothing was better than cadet camera.
Yeah, that's an actual like test, right?
Yes.
They
Not
put
in a lot
chicken-
of the military, but a couple branches do it.
They
Yeah.
they do bearing checks where they just make sure that you keep your composure no matter what's going on.
You literally just look forward and shut up. Don't react. That's all it is.
There's a famous YouTube video where I can't remember. I think it's the Air Force.
I think it's the Air Force,
They're all
yeah.
standing in line, and there's a guy walking around with a rubber chicken, and he comes up behind you, and like just puts the rubber chicken in your face, and you can see these guys really try not to laugh, and then they'll squeak it.
I thought that was
terrific.
like I thought they were doing like a punishment, but I didn't know that's like a training exercise.
Yeah, it's. Have you ever seen like if you watch like the color guard come out during sporting events? Notice that they're all in formation. They all have the same face, and they're looking straight fucking forward.
Yeah.
They're trained to do that.
Really?
It's in their training. Yeah, it's keeping your bearing.
Is it just like to always be focused on the task at hand?
Pretty much. They
Okay.
kind of want you to block everything else out so that you can focus on exactly what you need to be doing.
All right, yeah. Because I know the color guards are pretty important like role because you have the flags.
You're
and-
carrying the flag, yeah.
The color guard is you protect the flag. You protect the colors. You guard the colors.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit, I'm fucking
Should you be
stupid.
attacked, you're the ones to guard the flag and hold the point. Because if the flag falls,
Look,
who has it?
yeah, those
enemy.
those rifles are definitely for decoration. They're the nicest, prettiest rifles they have. You get close to them, you're probably getting smacked with one.
like a club.
I don't think anybody's ever been stupid enough to charge the American flag when the color guard is walking.
No,
by.
I don't think anyone.
But
would.
I'd imagine that they will probably turn around and cold clock you with the butt of a fucking rifle.
Oh, yeah.
And it would be hilarious to watch, and I would love to see
It's
it.
like it's like the Royal Guard. Like people fuck with them and they're allowed to fuck with them to an extent, but the second they cross that line, they fucking point the live gun. It's locked and ready
Stand
to
back
fucking
from the
end them.
queen.
because
Like people think it's funny when they fucking get mad and go like, "Get back from the King's Guard." It's now the King's Guard now, but it was the Queen's Guard for the longest time. But they fucking yell that. People don't realize he has a trigger pull away from ending your life when he's pointing that gun at you. Those things are ready to go at all times.
yeah,
Like
I know it's a big tourist thing to go and watch the guards like walk around the palace and shit like that. People are like, "Oh, this is a cool touristy thing." Those people are trained like they're actually protecting
it's like a
everybody
thousands of year old
because they're
tradition.
Guards.
With the big
So
hats.
if you do so basically they keep their bearing and they do exactly what they're supposed to, but the moment you breach a line is when they turn around and go, "Okay, now I have to do what I must do."
Like I'm doing my job now.
Yeah.
It's literally a tradition that's gone back for like 1,000 years, however fucking old Britain is. Like It's since the first king, that's like been what they do. Like they march around the king's palace and they fucking protect him at Buckingham.
Yeah. You mentioned that there's a king, Brandon.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yep,
Totally
it's
skipped
yep.
over it.
If since the last podcast, yes,
They were
the
outside
Queen of England has died.
singing "God
Or
Save
one for the founding
King,"
fathers.
which sounds very odd because I don't. They've been saying "God Save the Queen" for forever,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're coming out and saying
They have
"God
to change
Save
it
the
around.
It's King Charles. Is he? He's the fifth?
third." I don't know.
The third.
Yeah.
King Charles the third.
Dude,
Did you see the pictures of when he came out as the king for the first time, and he's like just all in that fucking giant robe and shit,
was he
like just
dabbing on
fucking
him?
hella drip. I saw a post. Someone was like, Charles has been waiting decades to fucking dust off this drip, and he's just standing there smiling.
How often does he have to get that tailored to him just for him to not wear it? Like, can you imagine
Yeah.
the years and years and years he had that tailored to him and he just couldn't use it?
They made it, and they were like, yeah. Queen's gonna die within the next few years. As soon as it's done, we'll make sure this fits, and you're good to go. And they're like, "Well,
Which leads me.
we might want to do some adjustments now. It's been a couple decades." It's just-
That leads to confusion though, because I thought Charles was deposed as being able to take position as king because he had committed adultery or some shit at one point.
well,
They're
what's
royalty.
his relationship to the Queen? Is he her son?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know anything.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I thought Prince Charles like got committed of adultery or like having sex outside of wedlock and automatically like got himself in trouble for like
That's
You know
why
what it was?
Diana had to die.
I think what it was
Huh.
that might all because not sure about all that. That could be true, but the next people in line were what is it? Prince George and Kate, whatever name
Prince
is.
William.
They were supposed to be the next
Yeah.
king, and that. But after they left the royal family, he was probably the next in line for the throne.
Man, you know the meme of the dude.
Despite what he did, but he was kicked out of that spot, and they were
Yeah,
supposed to
there
be
was
king.
somebody else,
And
yeah.
so, since they left the family, they had to put the old man in.
There's
Which
the
means if he doesn't have any next of kin, looking kind of sharp there, Britain. The royal.
Oh yeah, it's Prince William after him. Prince Charles.
Yeah, it'd be William then. William will be next. That's right, because that's George's brother. That's right.
I can never figure out when Brandon's done talking.
I'm sorry. I'm used to being
It's
there
good.
next to you guys,
Yeah.
and I know there's like a delay.
delay.
I don't mean to be interrupting when I do.
But there's the
But-
meme of the dude that's throwing up the peace sign in front of that headstone. You know what I'm talking about? Where he's like crouched down on the ground and he's throwing up the
Yeah, yeah,
dishes. Yeah, fucking it was just Meghan Markle. You know, I saw another one. It was a picture post on TikTok. They have these things where you can put a sound on a bunch of pictures that you can scroll through. And it was an episode of regular show. And it was Mordecai Rigby. What did you do? Hey man, Benson, it wasn't our fault. What did you do? And it just Skips walks around the corner. He's all like, they killed the queen. You know who else killed
The Queen. Dude, I was on Reddit and I saw a video of like they had like a 2-minute moment of silence for the Queen at one point and sometime in England.
Yeah.
And there was this like goes in a grocery store and this grandma, she was like everyone was quiet, everyone was still, and she was just over here still boop boop scanning her fucking groceries like nothing's going on.
Places to be, dude.
She's probably Irish.
I
She
got a
doesn't
job
give a
to
shit.
Yeah.
I was about to say the Irish people do not care. They do not care.
They're
The
celebrating.
Irish
right
and
now.
the Scottish do not give a fuck
Yeah, they're
about
like-
the royal family.
They're fucking partying it up right now. I bet.
Yep. Like DMX.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Shots, hey, rest in peace,
Yo.
DMX.
You
With
know,
this,
DMX died the same day as Elizabeth's husband. Remember last year?
what? Oh my!
What was his name? Prince Charles. Also Prince Charles.
I think it was
DMX.
Prince Charles. Queen?
Yeah, DMX and Prince Charles died on the same day last year.
Holy shit!
It was. I think it was Prince Charles died, and then like an hour later, it was announced that DMX had passed. And I was like,
I remember that. That's right. Yeah,
fucking
because
party-
his
'cause-
eyes were like fucking black and sunken.
yeah, I just remember the memes because the fucking people were just like, dude, they both partied up.
They know how to get down. I've been seeing all these memes now
memes.
of
The memes are insane.
yeah, of like Diana.
That's
at
how
the
I
gates
heard
of
the
heaven.
Queen died. Was a meme.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I was grilling hot dogs at work and because I was grill master. And I was on Reddit and it was like 10 minutes ago. It just said Queen Elizabeth has passed. I was like, oh,
Damn,
I gotta get back to these hot dogs.
these hot dogs looking good though.
They're fucking major.
It's like,
fun.
oh no.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I live in America.
some of the memes I've been seeing is like Princess Diana at the gates of heaven with like a sword, and it's just like she's been waiting years for this. Posted up,
Princess Diana's standing there next to Saint Peter, just like, oh, you think you're going through these gates?
Yeah. No,
Those
not in my
listening that are
house.
too young to know, it's been a widely accepted conspiracy theory that Princess Diana was actually murdered and not killed by paparazzi taking pictures of them.
Big
It was the royal
Mhm.
family.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think Charles, like, everything went fine with this guy because they had to murder her, and then like,
Allegedly.
allegedly they murdered her.
Allegedly.
They and then they were able to put him back in the spot for king. He's like, oh well, I'm not married now, so
I guess.
Imagine-
you know.
Well, when you think
With the-
about it.
With the Queen Diana matching how great whatever universe that is, that Diana's still alive and she's now the Queen of England. England's probably the best place you could live in that universe right now.
Mm-hmm.
It was Queen Elizabeth in that tunnel.
Shit's
instead.
a party right now.
Do you think Gavin gets like a little or King Charles thing for his desk?
Like a
Dude,
little.
do you
like,
think
a bulldog.
Gavin's taking time off from the Uno Let's Play because the Queen died?
No.
Dude,
You
the
still do
Uno Let's Play.
Do you
right
think
now.
he actually gives a fuck?
Yes. Oh, our favorite thing that's been happening this week. Uno Infinite.
Yeah, we have to talk about
Oh
Uno.
my dude, I was watching the live stream before I left this morning. Jeremy was down
I'm on my
to
computer.
one
I'm gonna check
card.
right now.
He had a wild
They got Uno?
Here's what happened. They said, okay, for the next 5 minutes, we're going to open it up. They said every first subscription is going to be one card drawn. At the end of the 5 minutes, everybody will start to pick up their cards. So they basically looked at Jeremy's hand and they said, okay, let's get you down. Let's work together and let's get rid of all of your cards. And they were sitting there fucking flying through it. Jeremy put down a card and they got like 2 people in. And he was like, time's up. Everybody needs to draw 187 cards or something like that.
Oh my god.
And Jeremy was just sitting there. He had one card, and it was a wild draw 4. Like, he
That was
literally
it.
just had to throw it down, and everybody else needed to put their cards down. He would have been able to throw it down. And then they went back to their massive stacks. It was insane. The first, like, big pickup that they had, because I think they each started off with, like, a deck of cards. And they were, like, chipping away at it, you know, picking one up every once in a while. They announced that T-shirt sales would count towards the first memberships, because every time you bought a first or a T-shirt, you would also get a first membership.
Wow, really?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
So they said, we forgot to add the T-shirts in. So we're going to add the T-shirts in, and you guys will draw cards based on how many we have.
T-shirts, yeah.
They ended up drawing like 142 cards.
Oh my fucking
Each of them.
God. So they had like over 300 cards in their hand.
Yeah, so they each had like stacks in their hand, and then Gavin thought it was funny to throw down a +2. And they went around so many times that Gavin had to draw 88 cards.
Oh my God.
Literally, yeah,
my
they went
God.
around all the times, and he kept fucking shuffling through the deck, desperately trying to find the +2.
Yep.
And after he ran out of them, was also right when he played his last +2 as well, and Gavin ran out.
We should explain Uno Infinite. Uno Infinite is a stream being put on by Rooster Teeth. They're playing a giant game of Uno, and basically every 10, or they have their own streaming platform.
Mm.
You can download it anywhere. It's called Rooster Teeth. If you sign up for a first membership, which gives exclusive access to their content and stuff that YouTube and their website doesn't see, every 10 subscriptions, they pick up a card. Well, they have at the top of every hour, they flip a giant Uno card that's behind them, just like sitting in the room with them, and it has a special modifier on it.
Oh, is that what those things are?
Yeah, at the top of the
Okay.
hour,
Yeah.
they flip one over, and at the top of the hour, they draw a card. Well, basically, what's been happening is they've been doing events where they just pick up shitloads of cards. I remember walking by and like it looked like Jeff at one point had like 300 cards in his hand.
Oh my God.
And you
As
could
of right now, I am currently looking at the stream. Michael seems to have a pretty like normal Uno hand, and everyone else is holding like a deck right now.
yeah.
The
But
towers
Michael
they have
currently has the
building right
smallest
now.
hand.
So they're playing one continuous round of Uno, and basically they're going, we will end the stream unless you guys keep buying first subscriptions and you keep bringing this to the top of the hour where we have special challenges. Now, if you look, Brandon, do you see the giant like cylinder they have in the middle of the table?
Oh,
They-
I know about the caged Uno card.
Yep. There's a cage
Yep.
Uno card, but no, when when you throw your card down in the middle of the table, they had a special modifier where you have to build a tower with the cards that you put in the middle. Whoever knocks the tower over has to pick up 25 cards.
That's why
That's
they've
what the
been
tower's at?
stacking it.
Yeah,
okay.
okay. Why the fuck are they stacking it?
So they've been doing special modifiers like that, where if you do something weird, they have a special rule book that they wrote just for the stream. Like if you ask what time is it, you have to draw two
every
cards.
time there's
If you need to go to the bathroom, you have to draw a certain number of cards. If you request a drink, you have to draw
If you
a certain
play out
number
of turn.
cards.
Yeah, like
if you play out of turn, if you ask whose turn is it.
Oh my god.
They have like a giant rule book, and every time somebody does something small, somebody behind the camera goes, "You have to draw 2 cards."
What the fuck,
Yeah.
man?
Fuck yeah! And then
I'm pretty sure you said it, Cyrus, but every time there's 10 first subs, every 10, everyone has to draw 1 card. Current as of right now on this stream, they have 15,388 subs since the stream has started.
That means
which
over
sitting around the table,
6,000 cards.
1,538 cards has been drawn between them because of subscribers.
so that would amount to 6,000 cards that have been picked up in the last like 30 hours.
Oh my god.
They're 2 subs away from drawing a card again.
Yeah. So they've been picking up a massive amount of cards, and they're still in the same hand. Basically,
But they
the round
rotate
hasn't
people.
ended.
They rotate the people out, right?
Honestly,
because
if this is anything, this is a brilliant publicity stunt because within
That's why they're
24
doing it.
hours, they've jumped 15,000 subscribers.
For first, and I think first
For
is like
first,
10
not
bucks
YouTube. That's a paid subscription.
to their website.
Like,
Oh, and
that's
the best
amazing.
part about it is you would think you'd be like, oh, well, somebody buys first. Now they can't contribute anymore. They have a button on their website where you can gift first to a friend. So like somebody that you know, or you can gift first to a random person. So if you're signed
literally
up on
thousands
Rooster
of
Teeth,
people have gotten fucking just a free subscription to
Yeah,
it because
wow.
people
If
have been
you-
gifting it.
check your email if you have a Rooster Teeth account because you may be gifted a first account. If not, go log into the website and like make sure that your account's active or something like that.
Honestly, just sign up for an account. You might just get one for free.
So you have people there with
Because
lots
of
of
how many
money that are
going.
just gifting first subs because they want to see these people suffer. At the end of the day, it's a huge publicity stunt, but it's pretty funny watching it.
As of right now, it is ridiculous because we just passed the 24-hour mark a few hours ago, and they're about almost halfway through day 2 now.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see this shit lasting weeks, if not
Forever.
months.
Yep. So they
Like,
have a bunch of cards set up behind them with punishments at the top of every hour. They have 4 big cards that have really big punishments on them. If they end up flipping all of the cards before the end of the stream, they have an Uno card that they've put into like a dog cage that has a super
locked
punishment
away
on it.
right in front of them. Yep.
Dear
And they said
God.
that, and that is the last card that they will unveil for the super punishment, and then they just have to clear their hands after that.
Restart the round. That's the fucking.
It might be just fucking pick up 1,000 cards or something stupid. It could be something just ridiculous.
Don't stop playing Uno.
They're also playing
The people
sevens and
who have
zeros.
orchestrated this probably still have just boxes of unopened Uno packs that are out behind the scenes that no
Yeah.
one's seen yet.
They're just throwing them.
There was a really funny event that transpired, and it ended up with Jeff picking up almost 100 cards. They flipped one of the big cards that was behind him, and it said, "Draw 8 cards, or draw till you get a wild." Somebody backstage must have been fucking with them, or it was a literal just like they took all the wilds and put them somewhere else. Jeff literally picked up the deck in the middle, flipped it upside down, and fanned all the cards out, and went, "Nope, there's no wilds in there," and just put it all in his hand.
Oh my god. That's insane.
It was hysterical. And then every time they reach 1,000, they throw moonballs in the ceiling. And they
Yep.
broke off a piece of the ceiling. So what they did was they have a ceiling hand where Gavin had a hand, and what he did was he put a chunk of the ceiling under the hand, and every time somebody gets that hand, they get the chunk of the ceiling just to see where that hand has been going.
Nice.
To see if it ends up back in Gavin's possession at some point. You know, like, and say he wins with it or somebody else wins with the ceiling hand.
The ceiling hand.
Yeah, it's a wild endeavor that they've been doing.
I've been enjoying the shit out of it. There's 9.2 thousand people watching it right now.
On YouTube.
It's
yeah.
gone up. I think when I first started watching it, there was only like 4,000 people watching, like 2 hours into the stream yesterday.
Yeah, there was
It's fucking-
8,000 when I
it's
was watching
shooting
it
up,
the
yeah.
other day. I was watching it at like when I got home last night at like 3 a.m, and there was like still 6,000 people watching it. Like it's 3 a.m. here, 6 o'clock in the morning in New York. I was like,
Michael
there's-
has 10 cards.
Michael has 10
Michael
cards?
has 10 cards, and he's hopping from the table and trading out for somebody else.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Uno.
Uno.
Do you see the big card that they have in
Yeah,
the
I
cage?
see them now. They have 2 of the. Oh shit!
We
that's
should put a
huge
screenshot
card.
in the video, but yeah.
That's a huge ass card.
Oh, yeah. It's, I don't know, Colt, have you checked out the stream at all?
No.
Okay. Maybe it's just because we're younger and we're just all over it, but
I mean, we grew up with these guys, you know. He's fucking
Cyrus,
walking out with the
Michael
handle.
was wearing a shirt that says "Dogs hate grapes."
Yeah.
I mean, I watched Rooster Teeth before anybody knew what Rooster Teeth was with Red versus Blue.
Yeah. I think Rooster Teeth really exploded when Achievement Hunter happened because they were able to take a piece of YouTube that had been, I guess,
Growing
unmarked territory where they were like,
Mhm.
hey, we're making achievement guides, and then they slowly rolled into Let's Plays.
into goes.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then
for
they've
sure.
expanded after that.
I just noticed something else because Matt Bragg just took Michael's spot and two other people
Yeah.
stood up as well. They're currently changing out. They have an Uno attack machine sitting on the table.
Yeah!
Oh
Oh,
my
I
God.
have one of those.
Dude, me too. So
Yeah.
they've incorporated Uno attack into the game.
How does that work? How does Uno attack work?
So Uno attack is basically Uno, but you have this little machine that you put the deck of cards into,
Uh-huh.
right? And so whenever you need, if there's a point where you needed to draw a card, you push the button on the Uno attack button, and it'll either go boom and nothing will happen,
Yep.
or it'll go bum brum, and shoot out a random amount of cards at you.
Great.
And so whenever you had to draw a card, you would just push the button and the turn would go around, but there would be some of the wild cards where you would put down and everyone would have to push the button. And sometimes you would push, all four people, whoever it was, would push the button and everyone would get spat out like 7 to 10 cards.
What happens if it runs
shoots
out?
between 1 to 8.
There you go. Yeah, okay.
What happens if the deck runs out? Do you just put another deck in?
You know how you just have the discard pile? Yeah,
Oh.
you just shuffle it up and then load it back into the machine and keep playing.
Yep.
I'm a bit stupid, my bad.
Uno?
Oh, everyone traded out. All four people have traded out from the table. But
Yeah.
Matt Bragg is sitting there with 10 cards, and that guy's a devious fucker, and I bet
Jeremy
you he's plotting to fucking
tried.
end this stream because he does not want to be there.
Jeremy tried so hard to be on the table all night. He was there yesterday up until I think 2 in the morning, and he finally tapped out because he was like, I'm tired.
God damn.
Michael and Lindsay have been swapping, so one will go home, watch the kids, get some sleep, and then come back and then tag out.
High five on the way out.
Yeah, high five on the way out. Yeah, good luck. Hey, they're still playing fucking Uno.
Can't fucking believe this.
I kind of want to buy a T-shirt just to contribute, and they're selling some cool T-shirts.
They had this one.
I like the the Uno Infinite shirt, where it's just like the infinite sign with the 4 colors, and it says Infinite underneath it.
Then they have a
Like
Red
how-
7 shirt.
I haven't seen the Red Gavin.
Yeah, they have a Red 7 shirt that they're selling.
Red 7. Okay, I thought you said Red Gavin.
No, Red 7. It's pretty spectacular. Yeah.
I know they have a series on their first membership app where it's a card game, but they're all they're cosplaying and acting as the characters in the game. That's the first episode on YouTube. I thought it was pretty cool. It's a weird board game where you got you gotta if you drink beer your I don't know, your tolerance goes up, and if you get too much you pass out, but also you have a health bar.
Correct.
It's I forgot what it's called, but it looks pretty cool. That's what I first got when I first got to watch Ruby when it was coming out.
Yeah.
But then I stopped watching Ruby.
Man, I watched 3 episodes of Ruby, and I kind of just didn't care after that. I don't know. It's not for me. Rooster Teeth has done so much where they expanded, and I just didn't care about a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
I know they made their whole animation department, and I watched a lot of the shows when they first came out, and I just didn't care.
I was like, eh.
I don't know. It felt like Red versus Blue was really the crown jewel that they had, and it was just something special that they really wanted to make.
Mm.
And
Red
then,
versus Blue
yeah, Ruby was good.
was
but
amazing, and then really dropped off after Monty died.
I was about to say their animation department had a very sharp direction change after Monty passed. I remember when he passed.
He was such a genius with their shit.
It was the morning.
Don't mean to interrupt,
Super
sorry,
Bowl.
but he
No,
was
it's
a
good.
fucking. He did animation so perfectly.
Yeah.
Like,
He knew what he wanted. He had a good direction, and he knew what Ruby was supposed to be. And I think that's just, it's not a knock on people that took over after him. It was just that he created it. He had the vision. And when he passed, it was hard to be like, okay, now we're going to steer the ship in the same direction. It's very difficult to do something like that.
Like just pick up.
he was just very talented.
Yeah.
Not that what they've made has been bad, but it's you can't remake that kind of talent,
Mhm.
Like he just got it.
You gotta
Yeah.
be born with it. Like Peyton Manning with his forehead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning and his forehead. It's undeniable elitism.
Yeah.
I'm running out of ideas. Trent Dilfer.
Ayo.
That's a name of an actual man.
Trent Dilfer?
Do you know who Trent Dilfer is?
Who the fuck is Trent Dilfer?
Sports player.
He was the quarterback of the Ravens in 2000 when they won the Super Bowl.
Wait,
They
Ray
won the
Lewis?
Super Bowl in 2000.
Yep. The 2000 Ravens defense pretty much carried that team to a Super Bowl championship.
Is it
Who they play?
The Giants. The Kerry Collins-led Giants. What an awful team. I can't believe they made the Super Bowl.
The Dilf Hunters.
Is
The Dilfer.
Is it spelled how it sounds?
Dilfer? Yes.
Like,
Dilfer. Yep.
I'm a Dilfer, all right.
Yeah, my name's Dilfer. Yeah, so we need to get a Trent Dilfer jersey. We should get like
What number was he?
Fuck, I don't know. Dude, he's probably
What, Cyrus doesn't know?
he's one of the more forgettable Super Bowl winning quarterbacks because he didn't play great that season. It was just the Ravens defense was so
look
good.
at him. Look at him.
Yeah, just look up Trent Dilfer Ravens.
He's a number 8.
Number 8? Okay.
Mhm. He's on ESPN now.
Yep, he's a color commentator or like an analysis or whatever.
Is he a coach now?
I don't think so. He wore 12 when he was on the Buccaneers. You can get a Trent Dilfer 12 jersey. So fuck Tom Brady. We're getting Dilfer 12.
Dilfer 12, baby.
Dilfer 12.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yep. And yeah, he was number 8 when he was on the Ravens. I just love that. He's the Dilfster. Literally.
There's somebody ring the Dilfster.
He was number 4 when he played for the Seahawks.
God damn.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? He just retired?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Took a Super Bowl and retired.
No, I'm done.
That's the life.
Yeah.
He didn't even have to try that hard. Defense was so good. They just carried him to that Super Bowl.
He had the safest pocket ever.
Yeah, he just got all Dilfy.
Dilfy with the massive pocket.
The massive Dilf.
He played for the Niners, Brandon.
Dilfy?
Dilfer, yeah, 2006, 2007.
Yeah, he's Dilfy to me.
He played for the Bucks, Ravens, Seahawks, Browns, and Niners.
Well, was he QB the entire time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was never great. He was just serviceable. So the Ravens were like, "Hey, we just need somebody.
It just worked.
We just need somebody to game manage." And he was like, "I'm perfect."
Observe.
It was because that defense consistently held teams to below 10 points. They pitched a lot of shutouts too.
Mhm.
I think. Let me check out that Super Bowl 2000 team. Somebody talk while I look it up. Describe what happened on Thursday with the Bills Rams.
All I know is I didn't get any goddamn points for my fucking fantasy league.
Dude,
And David
I've
beating me by
watched
31.
what happened with the Bills Rams. I can summarize that shit.
Summarize.
So, I'm gonna make this dramatic because not only because the Rams won the Super Bowl last year, but because I'm a Niners fan, and I have you on camera right now, Oscar, wearing a fucking Rams shirt.
No, you don't. Fuck, I gotta get out of here.
I have an hour and 20 minutes of footage, dude. Don't even try to hide. Anyway,
Well, listen, I got invited to a Rams game in LA, and I didn't have a Rams shirt.
And it has the old Rams logo.
you have
Yeah.
family
Yeah.
in LA and you're from LA. Don't worry. I'm
Yeah.
not bagging on you.
No, it kind of sounds like you're bagging on me, but continue. It's fine.
Larla.
Anyway, the LA Chargers play. I did it again. The LA Rams.
No, you're right. No, you're right. It's okay.
We've done this many
played,
times.
the Buffalo Bills, and for lack of a better statement of it, but whatnot, the first half was kind of close. It was kind of a good game, but the Bills fucking destroyed the Super Bowl champions of last year in the first game of the season.
What was the score?
And it was bliss to watch for me when I was watching the highlights, and it was pain when I realized that our fantasy league, Cyrus has the Bills defensive line, and I only
And
have
their quarterback.
Stephon Diggs.
I have the Bills quarterback and
You have the
their
quarterback as well,
second
yeah.
string wide
So
receiver.
you're already
yeah.
on the top right now.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so right
great.
now I think I just checked. Cyrus is at like 78 points
And
because
that's
of
with
the
3
D line
players.
and the
Yeah.
quarterback, and I only got like I think 20 something points because Stephon Diggs annihilated as well.
Basically,
That guy.
if your quarterback doesn't play very well, you're screwed. Or you're not looking too hot.
Yeah.
Because
I'm giving Lance a chance in week 1 right now, and if not, then I'm running the other guy until I get a better one.
Josh Allen threw 2 picks, which means that I would have scored more than 40 with Josh Allen if he didn't throw those picks. Like, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
Damn it. You're at 77.
Yeah.
Points.
So, for the uninitiated, we're doing a Cabros fantasy league. And David had the punishment, and I totally forgot what he said we were going to do. But we'll probably keep you updated on our Instagram. We'll just probably post a weekly matchup ranking and show you what happened in our league. Because I think there's
Well,
only
we
4
have
teams.
the first 2 parts out, right?
No, we're talking about fantasy football.
My bad, sorry. My bad.
Quit spoiling again, man.
But with fantasy football, at the end of the season, we have a punishment for somebody, and whoever scores last will get punished.
Can't wait.
So
It's going to be me.
it's who knows.
Dude, I was looking at my like my fantasy updates for players.
Yeah.
And already my quarterback Derek Prescott almost
Dak Prescott.
Dak
Dak Prescott,
Prescott.
I guess. I'm sorry.
He's a great player actually.
He hurt his ankle.
Did he really?
Yeah, before the off season, before the season started.
If you click on your
Kittle
player,
has a groin
it'll
injury
show
too,
you
Cyrus.
his injury history. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I'm still gonna play Kittle. I don't give a shit.
He doesn't have any. Oh, he's fine now.
But he
You're still gonna play him even if they.
Yeah, you can
Is
play
he
players
playing?
with
Is he,
injuries.
is he still in the lineup? He's still going up.
Yeah, if Dak Prescott wasn't playing tomorrow, we'd all be knowing about it because it would be a big deal that the Cowboys wouldn't be playing Prescott
Oh, he plays tomorrow.
tomorrow night. Yeah,
It's fucking funny.
Oscar, do you know what the big thing with Prescott was a couple years ago?
No.
When he fucking literally split his leg in half.
he's Dak attack.
The motherfucker was a great quarterback, and then he fucking broke his shit. Sorry, he's still
so
I was,
biased.
Sorry. He is a great quarterback, and I forget which year it was, but he fucking had his shin bone look like this, right? And then it looked like this
Cool.
Nice.
in the game, and he's still playing the fucking game.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's
Not
a
a lot
trooper.
of players
He's
come
a
back
great
from that
player.
injury. It
Yeah.
was spectacular that he was able to come back and play so well like he did last year.
Personally, I would never do that again if I saw a bone turned back the other way. It's not supposed to be.
I mean,
Like-
he's getting paid. You know, he's getting paid to do that.
Well, the problem with that too, though, is he has a contract that he has to fulfill.
Correct.
Well, his contract doesn't mean anything if he has an injury that he can't play with. An NFL contract is nothing compared to a doctor's order. Cyrus didn't hear me say that, but yeah.
No, I heard it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Oh, I did look it up. The Ravens held their opponents that season to 10.3 points per game. I'll say
Not
that
bad.
again. Held their opponents to an average of 10.3 points, and they pitched 4 shutouts. So 4 times they held a team to 0 points.
Jesus.
They were fucking unstoppable.
Yeah, it's like
on
a
the
wall.
defensive side of the ball. Yeah,
God damn, man.
Ray Lewis was just standing out there looking at the quarterback like,
Reminiscing.
I think I should kill him, man. Allegedly.
Allegedly. We don't know that for a fact.
I don't know. We're just trying to have fun.
The glove didn't fit, K.
That's OJ.
Hey, wrong NFL player.
It was a reference.
Oh, okay. Juice is loose. No, he's a convicted criminal. He broke in and stole his own memorabilia, remember?
He did?
Who,
Yeah, he was
OJ?
in prison. Yeah, OJ.
Is that what they got him for?
In like 2008, yeah, he was arrested and they threw him in Nevada State for fucking
Oh,
breaking into a
that's
house
why.
and stealing memorabilia.
Jesus.
It's like how Al Capone wasn't arrested until he was caught for tax evasion.
Yeah.
The government knew he killed how many fucking people, but they were like, you didn't pay your taxes? Ha!
Thoughts,
ABC's coming for you.
Brandon, thoughts, prayers, salmon.
Salmon.
Thoughts and prayers, salmon?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Darn it. Okay.
I don't know. What's that?
It's something that Brandon would only get.
Oh. Brandon, you get it?
Say it again?
Thoughts, prayers, salmon.
Is it because it's illegal to hold one suspiciously in London?
Correct, remember?
Okay.
Okay, he got it.
Where's that from?
It's an inside joke that you wouldn't get, so we
Oh,
won't
word.
explain it.
Okay.
It's one of those obscure laws in other countries.
Oh, I just remembered it. Okay, I remember what you're talking about. I just remember what you were talking about.
So you gotta confuse everybody at the end, you know?
Yeah, we are a minute 31 in.
That's
I mean, an hour.
that's a decent-
31 in.
We're a minute in, guys. That was a long minute.
What are yours you're recording at, Oscar?
131.
I'm at a minute or so hour 30 minutes and a half. Hour
30 minutes and a
as well,
half?
so
Yeah.
So hour
we hit
45.
that record button within a minute of each other. So
Oh, yeah.
if not the entire episode, I can clip out the funny bits of this or
Hour
send this to whoever to clip out the funny
hour
bits.
30 minutes and a half. So 2 hours. You said hour 30 minutes and a half.
Well,
I meant half a minute when I was calling it out. I meant it was going hour, minutes, seconds.
I'm trying
in
to
the
be-
timer.
Confusing. All right.
thanks, Cyrus, for just confusing the fuck out
You're
of us.
welcome. That's what I'm here
You're
for.
just trying to hurt my brain.
Yeah,
You see
it is.
this forehead?
Peyton Manning?
Peyton
This
Manning?
forehead? There's no brain back there. There's no brain back there. It's just gonna slide right off. My brain is too smooth.
Just got WD-40 on the mind.
Heyo.
I got WD-40 on my mind. I spray Windex every morning, and then I hit it with lidocaine. That's how YNW Melly said it, just like that. That's why I went to prison.
Oh,
Thanks.
Yeah,
never
sorry,
mind. I'm
Wyan.
going to talk about what I
Say
talked about
hi.
on the podcast.
We're derailing. What other ridiculous
Yeah.
stuff can we say at the end to get people to stay till the end?
We have a movie coming.
Yeah, we do.
We
write
got
the
a movie. This is the closing part of the show.
We got a movie coming.
The movie.
Movie will be
movie.
by the end of
Here's Luna.
2023.
Sweet
Still
baby
no.
Luna.
Bobby.
No, Luna. Hello, Luna.
Bobby Boucher.
Baba Boucher. My mama said. My mama said. Yeah, we got to do something with our Patreon. We got to come up with a set schedule and ideas.
Cyrus,
That would help.
24-hour stream.
24-hour stream. I want to do it. We need viewers because I don't want to be sitting 24-hour stream with by myself and you two people.
Well,
With two
it'd at
people.
least be you and me.
Yeah, that's true. Let's take a day
Well,
off
if it's a
work.
day I have off, we can fucking just meet at the studio there and do a stream.
We could. We
And
should
if David and Oscar or whoever doesn't have time off that day, we can just stop in when we have time off that day and pop in for a minute.
we should schedule a day before the end of the year where we could do like 24 hours. We could do it around Extra Life.
Even if it's just a 12-hour stream, you know, just
should-
do a long one.
We should
where
register for
all of
Extra
us
Life.
pop in at least once, and
There you go.
all of us
That's a good idea.
like
right there.
hold the stream for a minute.
I think all of us need to start out with level 1 WoW characters when the new expansion drops.
Oh boy.
World of
Just get fucking
Warcraft.
dragged through the rakes for 24 hours.
And see how far I can level everybody up in 24 hours.
Nice.
Yeah, we should totally do Extra Life. I'm looking at the leaderboards right now. Magic the Gathering has raised $771,000. They're number 1. Second place is Dungeon Masters Guild at 46,000.
That's all a lot of Dungeons and Dragons stuff, huh?
Yeah. Rooster Teeth usually tops this list every year though. They raise a serious amount of money.
Hell yeah, they're built around that kind of.
I mean, because they do their big 24-hour stream, which I imagine if they're doing Uno Infinite, it could even be a test run to do a whole weekend of Extra Life.
My
You
God.
do a 24-hour
Honestly, yeah.
Call of Duty when it launches.
True that, yeah.
Yeah. And probably just gonna wrap it up right there.
Yeah, game's done fast. Cyrus beats Tony Hawk's Underground in
An hour.
average time.
The average time. You see that on Rooster? You see that on the Extra Life? that
Do you
we're
know
playing
what the
at.
Pro Skater 1 speed run is? It's like 4 minutes.
2.
4 minutes?
Yeah, so 100% of goals in Pro Skater 1 in like 4 minutes. The entire game.
Damn.
It's insane.
God damn.
The runs for that game are crazy. The runs that get me are people that play the original Pro Skater 2 on N64, and they get every School 2 goal in one run. If you've never played Pro Skater 2, that is a crazy thing that you can do. And it's because of the 3 roll call rails and the fact that the secret area requires you to jump in an area of the map that has almost nothing in it.
It's out of bounds almost.
Yeah, pretty much. And there's also a cash grab in there. So it's like, all you got to do is get to the secret area, grab a thing of cash, and jump out. It's like 10 wasted seconds of shit you don't need to be doing.
That's a Nintendo 64 for you.
That's
Like, you were
Tony
just
Hawk.
playing the Banjo-Kazooie games. It's the exact same fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm on to...
Banjo Tooie?
Yeah, I got all the achievements in Tui.
Fuck.
So I'm on to Nuts and Bolts. I'm also playing Peggle too.
Peggle,
Cool.
too.
It's a great game to stream on your phone. That's what I've discovered. Yeah, I was able to clear all the pegs on a board
That's awesome.
on my phone. Yeah.
Easy game.
It's fun. I will admit it's fun. Brandon had a higher score than I did, but whatever.
I had fun.
I had fun. That's what
Okay,
matters.
good night.
Yeah, let's sign off.
Yeah. Have a good night,
Wait.
everybody. Check out our Patreon. Check out our socials. Look at the description. Everything's down there. Link tree's down there.
Hopefully the Raiders won, or Cyrus is going to say something angry in the comments. Promise.
They probably lost.
They probably lost. Fuck.
For your beat of the week, Cyrus, I don't
Yeah.
know if you're going to incorporate it, but I'm going to give you a challenge.
Okay.
Incorporate this as the start.
It's a pot pie with pizza crust, anchovies, pepperoni, cherries, all in a chocolate sauce. I'll do it.
You're going to have to
What?
send that to me because I didn't understand a word that was said.
I
I'll
didn't
I'll-
understand it either.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
Well, it's crazy when the beat
You
starts
have
off
to
right
shut
now.
off
Yeah.
sound suppression and stuff if you're gonna use
Oh,
soundboard
yeah.
stuff
I
with
for-
Discord.
I forgot that shit was on.
Because all that did was clip.
all right, get ready for
That's
that
a
beat of the
shame.
week.
Because it was
Cyrus'
quieter than
challenge.
me, too. I turned it down. Wow.
Cyrus' challenge
Yeah.
beat of the week. Get ready for it.
Drop the mic. Hold up. Ready? You ready?
Drop it
I
in
had to
mic.
do with Scooby-Doo.
Drop the
Shaggy.
beat.
There it is. Thanks for listening,
Dropped
everybody.
it. The beat
Have a
has
good
been
night.
dropped.
Bye-bye.
Bye.